A scene that was really surprising that was animated recently. It was in episode 1057. This scene involves primarily Sanji, but Zoro does play a little bit of a factor in it. It's when Sanji asks Zoro to kill him if he wasn't himself after the fight. Zoro agreed, and he told him not to die because this is something that he would be looking forward to. And Sanji didn't die, he's at Egghead. We have all of that went on afterwards, but I want to discuss this scene and the effect that it had on Sanji's character. If you guys enjoy regular anime content like this, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. With that, my name is Potential Unleashed, and here we are going to discuss the effects of this scene on Sanji's character. So why did this scene happen? This is because Sanji and his Germa powers, they activated, and this was all because of the repetitive use of his raid suit. Every member of Germa has a raid suit that gives them specific powers. Sanji, his raid suit is stealth black, and it allows him to turn invisible. His Germa power is actually activated, which has exoskeleton and durability, all of that fun jazz. And when Queen crushed him, his body went back to normal. Attacked him with a blade, Sanji did not block with haki, and then that blade broke. This just shows, hey, Sanji, he's not normal. I mean, we knew this from the beginning, and it just shows, hey, now he finally is no longer considered a failure because he now has the powers same as his siblings. Sanji, he had a tragic past. His siblings, they got all of these super soldier like powers at the expense of their emotions, and Sanji, he was bullied constantly because he wasn't like them. He was a normal boy. His mom gave her life for her kids. She did not want to see them lose their emotions and become these super soldiers of science. Sanji, he was called a failure because he still retained his emotions and he couldn't do the same things that his sibling did. And you could understand why he does not want these powers anymore, because in the past, his siblings who had this power was bullying him and using their powers against somebody that was weak, number one. And then number two, the fact that now that he has powers, he thinks that he might end up like the people that he despised and hated for so long. This is why I think Sanji is the best written One Piece character. I know people are going to say Law and people are going to say Robin, and I think they're up there too, but definitely Sanji is my number one. He has so much internal struggle that he deals with. With all the things that he was dealing with, he was lost and confused, so he decided to run away because he did not want to turn into a heartless monster. There was a geisha that was somewhere on Onigashima, and she was hurt. Sanji ran into her. He decided to check on her, and other geishas were there attacking him, throwing stuff at him, telling him to get lost, telling him to go away. Sanji, he had believed that with all the situation, nobody else was around, that he did this unknowingly, that it's changing his emotions, because it was shown in the past that his siblings didn't give a fluff about women either, and that they were the ones who ended up beating, I think it was a specific, I don't know if it was a maid or a cook or a servant, but after Sanji defended her, I think Yonji or Nichiji, I don't remember which one, but they ended up beating that girl. So Sanji, since he doesn't hit women, he was taught by Zeph never to hit a woman, and he would rather die than hit one. He thinks that, oh, if I did this, if I'm hurting her, what else is going to happen? I'm going against my own beliefs. Going to the captain, everybody respects Luffy and they want to do everything within their power to let him obtain the One Piece and let him become the Pirate King. And Luffy in turn respects his crew. He allows them to be their own individual people and do their own thing. Luffy, he does not believe that he can become the king of the pirates without Sanji. Like Robin said, Sanji is a wing that will allow Luffy to soar. He is the third strongest of the crew. I don't care. I'm not putting him over Jinbei. I don't care that Jinbei's bounty is higher. Sanji is the third strongest, and he also is a cook. I think he's either the third or fourth most important in terms of role in the crew, being the chef. probably I'd say Robin and Nami, needing her navigation skills, needing Robin to find the poneglyphs, and Chopper for being a doctor, but Sanji's definitely up there in terms of his role and how important he is. But the question that Sanji had during all this is, what version would Luffy want from him the most? Queen tells him to put on the raid suit, and Sanji having this question, option number one is, if he puts on the suit, what would happen to him? Would he become a soldier of science, a cold-blooded savage that could attack anyone on Luffy's orders with no weakness? Is that the best version that Luffy would want from Sanji to become the Pirate King? And the second option is that Sanji, he keeps his emotions, he doesn't wear the raid suit, he'd be the same lovable Sanji that we've known throughout the entire series. However, he'd still have his own weakness. There's still possibilities that because he doesn't hit women and other things, that he could hinder the crew. So what version would Luffy want? And that answer is simple. Without hesitation, Luffy will obviously want Sanji to be the lovable, chivalrous, pervy cook that we all love. Even his flaws and all, Luffy accepts him for who he is. Sanji came to this conclusion himself by destroying the raid suit, and this is the version that he wants to be. So he doesn't know what's going to happen to him after this fight, but he has to defeat Queen. This is when he goes and calls Zoro, saying, hey, we're going to be the Beast Pirates, and we're going to allow Luffy to be king of the pirates. He said if he's not in the right state of mind, then Zoro will kill him. Zoro agrees, and this just shows their relationship. They have a love-hate relationship, but deep down they care for each other. I'd say this scene, think of it like an animal or a pet that you have that's suffering. Even though you love your pet so much, if they are beyond repair and if they're going through it a lot, the best thing you can do for them, no matter how hard it is, to put it down. So out of respect for Sanji's wishes, and as his friend, Zoro would fulfill this wish. He's the only member of the crew that has the resolve to do it, because I don't think anybody else on the crew has actually killed anyone. So this just shows that, hey, Zoro respects Sanji, and he would fulfill that wish in an instant. Sanji, he gained Ifrit Janbe, which is the blue flames, and he ended up defeating Queen, and he still maintained his emotions. So who was the one that attacked that geisha? This indeed was Queen. Queen had the Germa raid suit abilities, so he used Sanji's stealth black and attacked her. Sanji, he never hit her, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all that happened. And I also find it funny, after all of Onigashima and the Wano War was over, Zoro and Sanji had this little interaction where Zoro said, yo, I think you said something about me killing you, and they go back and forth, a standard typical gag of them fighting each other. I just love it, seeing that, hey, Sanji and Zoro were serious for a moment, and then this happened. Was really dope. Did Sanji need the raid suit in order for him to be strong? The answer is no. Sanji, he's plenty strong by himself. He already has the Germa modifications to his body, making him physically strong, faster, making him more durable, and now he has blue flames. His next power up and his final power up will probably be black flames, which are the strongest version of flames that there are. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie. Would the raid to help? Absolutely. He'd be even more durable and even faster with it. And we never saw Diablo Jamba or Ifrit Jamba with it as well. But he doesn't necessarily need it to compete, as proven in his fight against Queen and defeating him. This moment was really monumental for him, because we seen what happened in Whole Cake Island, how Sanji, he did not accept himself. He went through everything all alone and he was drowning, where now he is starting to accept himself more. The scene with Black Maria, where he was kidnapped and she told him to call out to Nico Robin, he did it in a heartbeat, accepting the help, and Nico Robin came to save him. He trusted her. This shows that Sanji has grown, and we love Sanji how he is. Me personally, I wouldn't want to see him be a soldier of science. That would be boring. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Zoro, he's my favorite anime character of all time, but if Sanji became a soldier of science, he would essentially be Zoro 2.0, and we don't need that. Sanji's pretty cool, what he does, the different things he does behind the scenes, and the different moments he has in general. If I had to describe it, I'd say if he became a soldier of science, he'd probably just be the Winter Soldier from the MCU. And I love him, don't get me wrong. Bucky Barnes is pretty cool, and the different things he did was pretty dope. But at the same time, the Winter Soldier was somebody who could kill and do everything on command, but now we see how much Bucky regrets everything that he did, all of that. So it just wouldn't be, I don't know, that's just not something that I could see Sanji ever being. But yeah, man, this was a really monumental moment for Sanji. The anime did it justice. The manga was cool too, but the anime with the music, with the animation, all of that was phenomenal. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you guys feel about Sanji not having his raid suit anymore, and how did you guys enjoy this scene. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video from my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok is on the screen in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.